So, Richard, the big M&A story of the summer, the merger between Glencore and Xstrata, reaches its probable denouement tomorrow when shareholders in Zug in Switzerland will vote on the deal. Which way is it going to go? Deal or no deal?
I think it's going to be no deal, Oliver. It's been looking that way for quite some time. The commodity cycle has ensured that the Xstrata share price has gone down by about a quarter since the deal was announced. The Glencore share price hardly motoring either. The ratio, the exchange ratio, has deteriorated from the 2.8 Glencores for every Xstrata offered in the original so-called merger of equals down to 2.4. So that's saying no deal. But on top of that, there is the Qatar holding sovereign wealth fund of the Gulf Emirate, which is parked on the lawn with 12% of Xstrata. The Norwegian sovereign wealth funds bought 3% recently. There are enough other bits and bobs and other dissenters to make sure that this is more than a marginal vote tomorrow at the Theater Casino in Zug. So it'll be a fairly thrilling meeting for those that are into that sort of thing. But the reality is it's looking like no deal.
And how about the management teams of both companies, Ivan Glasenberg at Glencore and Mick Davis at Xstrata? Have they been out there tooth and nail trying to save this?
No, that's a rather irritating thing for people who depend on investment banking fees, and there are plenty of those. There's a cast of thousands whose bonuses probably depend on deals like this closing. And you know, you'd probably rather be in the Lazard camp advising the Qataris, who have a 25-30 year horizon. Ivan Glasenberg's been fairly openly rude about the Qataris recently, and he's also been more and more public in his comments about, in effect, dissing the greenfield projects that Xstrata has, as if his own brownfield projects in the Democratic Republic of Congo are any less risky. The other thing is that Mick Davis has not been out there jumping to the defence of the deal either. So it looks as though both sides are slightly washing their hands of a deal that at the very beginning of the year they claimed had the financial and operational logic to make it a really compelling combination. That seems to have fizzled out.
And does that logic still apply if the commodity cycle's turning down?
Look, I think at the moment there's a deal on the table, 2.8. The market's at 2.4. If you have bought at the right stage, then it's worth doing a deal. But everyone is saying they want 3.2, and it's heading that way. It looks as though these companies will take a bit of a tumble tomorrow if the vote is no. That could be a buying opportunity for those that really believe in the Xstrata cycle. Xstrata cycle, don't forget, is really ignore this year as a bit of a non-year, and things begin to cut in with increased copper production, particularly next year. So Xstrata is a bit of a next year story. So the voters that say no today may think that a deal's coming back in a year's time. But I don't think that Ivan Glasenberg's necessarily going to come back at more than 2.8. He may come back as the cycle deepens at 2.4.
Well, all eyes on the commodity market, and the mining market will be on Zug tomorrow morning. Richard, thank you very much.